Rich Brooke, an actor Sherlock Holmes hired to be Moriarty.
What's going on? It's your boy Syntell with the Intel, and you can already see Rekkai is in the building. What's going on, champion?
Governor.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Sherlock, season 2, episode 3. This is technically the season finale. I know that seems a little odd, but that's how they get down in these Sherlock streets. Make sure you stay to the very end because you already know me and Rekkai. We're going to chop it up, have a bit of a back and forth, if you will, over the things we've enjoyed and over the things we may be scratching our heads about. So, without any further ado, let's get started. I give Sherlock one thing. They just hop right into it.
I like that, though. He's back talking to his
Don't hear me
therapist.
say it.
18 months since our last appointment.
Ooh,
Sometimes.
And you watched
I've been
her.
running around with a madman for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Do you know why I'm here?
Wait, something happened?
My best friend. Sherlock.
Oh, his best friend, Sherlock Holmes.
He's dead.
The hell?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like, I know that's supposed to be, you know, a dun 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 moment. But we'll see how they piece that together. Because I'm like, is he?
You know, that's the thing too about us watching it later than when it came on.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you say that don't mean as much to us. It's like, wait a minute. There's a season 3 and a season 4.
Exactly.
Masterpiece. Thankfully recovered.
Oh, I know what this is.
Cufflinks. My cuffs have buttons.
He means thank you.
Man. Dang, they're still on a
Reichenbach.
roll.
And we have one person to thank for my deliverance.
John Watson.
More cufflinks?
Type in. I don't wear ties.
Wanted list since 1982. Well, we got him. And there's one person we have to thank for giving us the
Dang, they do international mysteries.
Yeah. Not the
Is
deer
the
stalker.
head
Look at
again?
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sherlock, put it on.
Yeah.
Just get it over with.
Hey, man, you a
Hey,
superstar,
I'm
man, so.
Look at them. They're like, they think that's hilarious.
Tabloid nickname. Subo. Nasty Nick. Jim worry, I'll probably get one soon.
Page 5, column 6, first sentence.
I love how the smiley face is still there, but the paint changed.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do? Throw it?
Confirmed bachelor, John Watson.
So death frisbee?
Far from famous.
Oh, it'll pass.
He's
It better
famous.
pass. If the press will turn, Sherlock, they always turn.
They always turn. Cause man, we homies.
Just trying to keep a low profile.
What happens to you affects me. The crown jewels. There we go.
You know what's even funny about that? Was that his attempt at being an American tourist? Because he's chewing the hell out of gum. Yeah,
To him for
that's
a really
some
long
American
time.
stuff right there.
Is somebody hanging? Oh.
See, we didn't get to see what Moriarty put in that as he went around.
Thank you, Harvey.
That's the thing about Moriarty. Whatever he's doing, he think big scale.
Yeah. Oh, God. The playful music. Does this dude have bad guy apps?
There's an app for that.
You want it?
More bad guy apps. I love it.
The vault.
My man knew it was the vault just from the sound of it.
Mm-hmm.
Get Sherlock, I bet, huh?
Huh?
But it says get Sherlock. Yep. This is probably why the press is gonna turn on him.
He's down, sir. It's failing.
Where's it now?
Is that the prison?
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, it's like Batman when the Joker let everybody out of Arkham.
Mm-hmm.
My man is having himself a good old time.
Yeah.
Not now, I'm busy.
Sherlock.
Not now.
He's back.
Mm-hmm. He was just in his tone, who he was.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And he wrote that perfectly backwards.
I love this song.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right, the score so far been pretty good. Maybe not score, but you know what I mean. Music.
Yeah. You know what? Here's the worst thing that could happen right now.
Oh, you know it's gonna be
Dude planned
crowded.
that out.
Yep.
Dude planned out. He broke into the Bank of England, the Crown Jewels, and the prison all at the same time. How many steps ahead of Sherlock is he right now?
Oh, that part.
And then he sat there and waited. Now he's going on a public trial, and they're calling in Sherlock as an expert witness. What do you think he's about to do to Sherlock on the stand? Moriarty's probably representing his damn self.
Yeah, he about to eviscerate Sherlock. At least at this stage.
He gonna discredit him. He gonna have him flustered. Hell, he probably setting him up and saying, "Oh, y'all think I did this stuff? It wasn't me. It was him."
Remember what they told you. Don't try to be clever, and please just keep it simple and brief.
Confidence.
This is a bad idea.
Yeah, because the public's gonna see just how much of an asshole. Yeah, he's like, "Are you listening to me? The last thing we need is for you to be yourself while the cameras are rolling."
Mm-hmm. But dude did all this and then sat there and waited. That's on purpose. Moriarty gonna get off trial and run for prime minister.
Sherlock Holmes.
At the point where Sherlock is being considered a hero.
What is it? The pride before the fall. I bet Sherlock gonna fall right into that trap. Okay, what's up with that gum? She got the hat on and everything.
She done came in the damn bathroom with him.
I read your cases, follow them all. Sign my shirt, would you?
Stay focused, Sherlock.
I'm smart, and you can trust me. Totally.
I'll never trust anybody that says you can trust me. Careful. Careful when dancing with the devil. Yeah.
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 And she may not be wrong.
We met twice, 5 minutes in total. I pulled a gun, he tried to blow me up. I felt we had a special something.
After knowing the accused for just 5 minutes?
2 minutes would have made me an expert. 5 was ample.
He's about to mess himself up.
Broad, judging by her shorthand.
Mr. Holmes.
7 are married and 2 having an affair with each other, it would seem. Oh, and they've just had tea and biscuits. Would you like to know who ate the...
Why would you embarrass your jury?
Play of your intellectual prowess. Keep your answers brief and to the point.
Look, he's like, yeah.
Do you think you could survive for just a few minutes without showing off?
And then he went straight to it. Straight to it. So you don't need to know what he said to get
He
done.
probably lit into the judge.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're going to spend some considerable time next to each other.
Side, never even stirred.
Moriarty's not mounting any defense.
Bank of England.
He going to let you shoot yourself in the foot.
It's my face?
Yes, and it's doing a thing. You're doing a we both know what's really going on here face.
Well, we do.
No, I don't.
If you wanted those prisoners freed, they'd be out on the streets. The only reason he's still in a prison cell right now is because he chose...
that part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you're at the center of it.
Mm-hmm.
You were letting him Palpatine you.
Yes. He ain't gonna say a word, is he? He's just gonna let Sherlock just destroy himself.
They're gonna find him not guilty for some reason. Told you, Moriarty been ahead of Sherlock this whole time. Too easy. It's too much of a foregone
Moriarty
conclusion.
got the people under siege. Not guilty. Yeah, he's got something with it. Like, he made
he's not. He's not coming after.
He made
he's not coming after him. Yeah.
Oh, this is great. I love the way they setting this scene up. Let's go. This is dope. Woo, like the boogeyman coming almost. The way the door creaks open too.
Back on the streets. Every fairy tale needs a good old-fashioned villain.
Ah, yes. A good old-fashioned villain.
Happy to say I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, that's clever. That's very clever. That's a clever one. The man with the key is king, and honey, you should see me in a crown.
He said, honey, you should see me in a crown.
What do you care about the highest bidder?
I don't. I just like to watch them all competing. Daddy loves me.
But don't be scared. Falling's just like flying, except there's a more permanent destination.
That's a quote for you.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. What did Sherlock do to this dude in the past? It's because it's so personal.
Mm-hmm. He is getting ready to take down Sherlock so viciously. Was he cloning his car right now?
John. Probably gonna zero out all their accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know more. You know Minecraft. Going, yeah. He can't ever just show up. I'm surprised he didn't get him with a pretty girl again.
But Mycroft is the one that let him out. So
yeah.
Would you happen to know if he's around at all?
Why are you talking to me?
Can you not hear me?
It might not even be Mycroft.
Why don't you talk to Sherlock if you're so concerned about him? Oh, God. Don't tell me.
Yeah, pride, beef.
Old scores, resentment.
Nicked all his Smurfs. Broke his action man.
Nicked his Smurfs. Like the little blue people, 3 apple-sized Smurfs?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
John stay on babysitting duty, don't he?
Mm-hmm.
Killers everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, when you got the wax seal, you got to like really pay attention, right? Yeah.
I'd be like, did a raven just drop this off? Like,
if I've been summoned by a wizard.
What the hell is that? That's the killer too. That's the killer right there.
I'd be worried about
That's
anthrax.
one of them assassins.
Is it?
All in the house. Yeah.
It must have been hidden inside someplace.
Cross.
Oh, there's that wax seal again. I'm surprised Watson didn't tell him that he got
Sherlock, no, yeah.
It was Grimm's fairy tale? Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Okay.
What would he do? Leave a sign?
Is that a cricket bat? Is that what that is?
Get Anderson.
Was that linseed oil? Oh, okay.
To the kidnapping.
Brilliant, Anderson.
Really?
Yes, brilliant impression of an idiot.
You know he
Starting to. Maybe don't do the smiling. Kidnap children?
Yeah, I'm with you. Man. Let's stay focused on the bigger thing. Mm-hmm.
Need your help.
Oh, you know she
One
gonna
of
be
your
happy.
boyfriends were trying to track him down. He's been a bit naughty. It's Moriarty.
Now with that bag of chips he brought for lunch.
And break at Pentonville. For the sake of law and order, I suggest you avoid all future attempts at a relationship, Molly.
Poor Molly.
Alkaline.
Thank
Thank you, Job.
Molly.
Yes.
I feel so bad for Molly. If there's any one person in this entire series that I just feel horrible for, it's her.
Yeah. And really, you feel terrible for anybody who really has to come in contact with Sherlock.
I'm just gonna go and get some crisps. Do you want anything? It's okay. I know you don't.
Well, actually, maybe
I know you don't.
I think she's like the most honest piece of humanity that's in this show is her.
Look at that. Exactly the same seal. Breadcrumbs. Uh-huh. Was there when I got back?
Grimm fairy tale. Yep.
All fairy tales need a good old-fashioned filling. Fifth subject.
Showed it. Showed it.
It's used in making chocolate.
Damn, them little kids getting at it.
To a gross level, like.
What have you got for us?
Hurry up, they're dying.
So have I.
Homeless network. Far from the police. Far more lax about taking bribes.
That's it? I got 4 cars?
Don't worry.
Is mercury poison treatable?
Think so. I don't know.
She's 7 years old, so anything you can do to
not be myself.
Yes.
Helpful.
That. Yeah, turn his collar down. That's not the cool part.
Makes no sense.
Kid's traumatized. Something
It does.
about Sherlock reminds you of the kidnapper.
What's she said?
You know what it is, right?
No, he's unconscious. Still in intensive care.
They gonna say it was him.
Brilliant work you did, finding those kids from just a footprint. It's really amazing.
Thank you.
Unbelievable.
Ah, the doubt.
See? Told you.
Doubt.
You live long enough to see yourself become the villain. What better way to take the Reichenbach hero and turn him into a right proper villain?
Thank you.
And she's been on that since the first episode.
Yeah, she has.
When she was apparently scrubbing dudes' floors.
I think he knows it too. Sherlock knows it, that he's
Yeah, the way that little girl reacted.
Problem?
the golden boy. People love to take down the golden boy.
What was that? What was that?
No chance. Oh, whoa! He was there the whole time. The whole time. Isn't that the assassin?
The assassin. Uh-huh.
Bro, duck and cover or something.
Cameras, here. I'm in my 90.
I'm in my 90.
What's up with the mirror? You need to come with us, Sherlock.
And here's the thing, though. His detectives, why they send Lestrade? Lestrade's the damn captain.
Can't you see what's going on?
No, I know you for real.
100%.
Nobody could fake being such an annoying dick all the time.
Facts.
That part.
Facts.
Your asshole is authentic.
Yes. Yes.
Lestrade, now go and fetch him in right now. Do it.
Do it.
What if he's done this to us every single time?
Hate is real.
Queuing up to slap on the handcuffs. Every single officer you've ever made feel like a tit, which is a lot of people.
Some chap delivered a parcel I forgot. Marked perishable. I had to sign for it.
Got the...
Is that a gingerbread man? Yep. Catch me if you can.
Drop some damn evidence.
Catch me if you can. You better run.
You know you
Don't try to interfere or I shall arrest you too.
Now, see, for Dimick, he's new. But, oh, girl, I would go scorched earth on her ass.
What you looking at?
Joining me?
Yeah. Apparently it's against the law to cheat the chiefs.
John ride or die. He's like, you go to jail, we go to jail.
Gun is his idea. I'm just, you know,
Hostage?
Hostage, yes, that works.
It would help if you didn't put your finger on the trigger, Sherlock.
Started once. Becoming a fugitive. Run.
All right, gingerbread man, let's go.
Big family reconciliation. Now's not really the moment.
Come on, man, get your ass off your shoulders and apologize to your brother. You need Moriarty. You need Mycroft right now.
Tell me what you want from me. Tell me.
Oh, it's not one of the assassins.
Who is he?
She said you're gonna need me.
Hey, he took her down. Look, remember she was broke before. She looked like she got some money now.
Too late to go on the record? Bravo.
I gave you your opportunity. I wanted to be on your side, remember?
Are you on the side of?
Right? What the
Rich Brooke, an actor Sherlock Holmes hired to be Moriarty.
Don't hurt me.
No, you were Moriarty! He's Moriarty!
You invented James Moriarty, your nemesis.
I told you it.
But not so good, he didn't want to sell his story.
And she's just stupid enough to believe all of that.
I am sorry.
Ooh, he's good. Ooh, he's good.
I love how Sherlock ain't even trying to defend himself. He's just watching the show. Look at the way.
No, because he know he bested right now.
Yeah. I love it. Oh man.
Remember, you can change anything with a few lines of computer code.
I look at you now and I can read you, and you repel me.
That was a lame line. Let's just keep it pushing.
Shut your dumb ass up. You so damn dumb.
Make you the criminal?
Got my whole life story.
That's what you do when you sell a big lie. You wrap it up in a truth.
Look at John's believing it.
I've been sowing doubt into people's minds for the last 24 hours.
Got doubt in John's. Get you. Needs a friend, huh?
You're gonna kill Molly because Molly's the only one that knows that he's not Richard Brooke.
You do count. You've always counted, and I've always trusted you. But you were right. I'm not okay. You.
She gonna have to like find a cadaver or something. I don't know.
No, but she can attest to that Moriarty wasn't a damn actor.
So how does it work then? Your relationship? You go out for a coffee now and then, hey? You and Jim?
He's the one that let him go.
And you blabbed about his entire life to this maniac.
Okay, well, John ain't swayed then.
I never dreamt. This is what you were trying to tell me, isn't it? Watch his back, because I've made a mistake. How did you meet him?
People like him,
They trying to get the computer codes too.
But James Moriarty,
They're a different breed.
the most dangerous criminal mind the world has ever seen. And in his pocket, the ultimate weapon, a key code.
Told you.
Interrogated him for weeks.
And?
He wouldn't play along.
You thought you was interrogating him. He was interrogating you.
The only thing that made him open up,
Talking about Sherlock. Yep.
I could get him to talk. Just a little.
Yep.
He like got him.
Moriarty wanted Sherlock destroyed, right? And you have given him
the keys. Everything.
John, I'm sorry.
Oh.
You're going to have to do better than that. You are the government.
Bring back Jim Moriarty again.
Somewhere in 221B, somewhere on the day of the verdict, he left it hidden.
I think you're right about the apple.
You write anything down? No.
He had the little pocket knife, little pen knife that he was carving up the.
Yeah, remember he was tapping the thing? Yeah, binary, huh? You got your nemesis phone number.
Yeah, that's. And they go tell him, come play.
Busy?
Thinking, I need to think.
You need to...
Beat your ass. He's waiting on. Get John away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because when he got the call about Miss Hudson, you see the way he looked at him?
Yeah.
Hell, that was probably a fake Miss. Ain't nothing wrong with Miss Hudson. Alive, that's funny.
Staying alive. So boring, isn't it?
How dare you disrespect that song?
Yes. The Bee Gees, fool.
Attaboy.
Richbrook in German is Reichenbach. The case that made my name.
Just trying to have some fun. Daylight robbery! All it takes is some willing participants.
Remember, because that's the whole point. He found the little, the camera.
Mm-hmm.
He gave him the spot for him to tell on himself.
Yeah.
He's like, he just gave me the rope-a-dope to get rid of me.
It's an entirely false identity. Oh, just kill yourself. It's a lot less effort. Go on.
He been filming this whole thing with the little tiny CC camera.
You're insane. You're just getting that now. 1 moment of privacy. Please.
Of course.
But he didn't count for the fourth friend.
Won't do. You want me to shake hands with you in hell? I shall not disappoint.
Damn. Wow.
He said, yeah.
But don't think for 1 second that I am one of them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No.
Nah, test my gangster.
You're me?
He said, you're me?
Thank you.
Now, do you know what happens here?
As long as I'm alive, you can save your friends. You've got a way out.
Dang. Now that's talking about being all in. Wow. Wow.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Well, damn. But it's still Molly, though. She's a wild card. Has to be, right? Oh, is that John?
Do as I ask. Please.
Where?
Just once.
Everything they said about me. I invented Moriarty.
What?
I'm a fake.
Sherlock.
The newspaper.
He didn't talk to Mycroft. He know that's not true.
This phone call,
It's my note.
Damn.
Leave a note when?
Goodbye, John.
No.
Word. Out of here. No way. Okay, that was random.
The stuff that you wanted to...
I'm angry.
It's okay, John. There's nothing unusual in that. That's the way he made everyone feel. Bloody specimens in my fridge. Imagine keeping bodies where there's food. Move me up the wall with all his carryings.
Yeah, listen, I'm not actually that angry, okay? That you weren't a hero. There were times I didn't even think you were human, but... that I've ever known, and no one will ever convince me that you told me a lie. And so... So alone. And I owe you so much. Would you... just for me, just stop it. Stop this.
Stop it. Stop it right now.
But how, right? How? If you're watching this on YouTube, you're gonna see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you wanna watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Syntell. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet. That's how they're just gonna leave you, right? They're gonna just leave you just wondering how. This damn show. It's frustrating and I love it all at the same time. Season finale, season 2, 3 episodes. This one, Moriarty popping himself was wild. Like the last full on, I do this and I'm all in moment. Like you don't really see villains just do that, right? Like most villains, like they'll rather sit in jail or prison or whatever it is, be thwarted by that than to, take their own life. I feel like Moriarty is just too into himself to even take his own life. That was what was crazy to me. And then the how, we saw the body fall. We saw, John confirm, on the ground. It's just, this is a wild one. How you feeling?
This episode was actually excellent. I've said in other episodes about how difficult it can be to translate or to adapt Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's stories into modern times. Now, we just saw this play out in a very different way than we saw it play out before. This is based on one of the short stories by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle called The Final Problem. So where Moriarty kept talking about the final problem. That was the name of the actual title. And it happened at Reichenbach Falls. And that's why when this first came on, I knew what story this was. Him becoming the Reichenbach hero. We saw it play out in the movies with Robert Downey Jr. and what's his name? Harris. I know his last name is Harris. I can't remember his first name. But the guy who was playing Moriarty in the movies.
Okay.
And him and RDJ were fighting, and then they went over the balcony into, went down died at the waterfall.
Okay.
Same thing in the movie, in the books, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle killed Sherlock like this. But really, he stayed gone for like a year and a half, 2 years or so. Doing everything it was possible to prove, his innocence, to, prove that he wasn't a fraud or whatever. So best way he could do it was to disappear. The thing about this is that level of commitment from Moriarty, that is next level.
Next level.
But Jared Harris. Thank you, Ariel. Jared Harris. The the thing about it is we've seen it before, and I almost would be willing to say, and I don't know this for a fact, so that probably some of the writing for this particular character was gleaned from Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, and I would say the dynamic between Batman and the Joker. The Joker's Moriarty. He don't give a damn. He don't care. He's the crown prince of crime. He doesn't care. What did Alfred say in the movies? You know what I'm saying? Some people just want to see the world burn. He don't care. And, and again, Batman couldn't bring himself to kill the Joker, and he always, threw him in Gotham, and then he would get right back out and do what he does. And, the Joker's killing all kinds of people, and it almost seemed criminal for the Batman to never just put the Joker out of his misery, because when he gets out, he's going to kill a whole bunch of people just to prove a point to you. But this is pretty much the same dynamic, and that's just their flip sides of the same coin. Sherlock told Moriarty, I am you. I am not ordinary. Don't test my resolve or what I'm willing to do. And Moriarty is like, you know what? Challenge accepted. This was put together very, very, very well. And the only problem I have with it,
okay,
you can't give us a villain this riveting and then take him away. Now we saw Sherlock jump off a building, and then in closing scenes we see him alive and well. So right now, the question you ask yourself is, Moriarty really gone? Because this is not Doctor Who, this is not Marvel, this is not DC. Superheroes, we saw that body. We saw him laying out there. But he did talk a lot about, the illusions, and, both of them seem to be masters of illusions. So is Moriarty gone? It just doesn't seem right to...
I feel that.
Who could you replace him with? It's like if you killed off the Joker in Batman.
Yeah.
I don't care who he fighting. They ain't the Joker.
They are not the Joker. That part. I'm curious as to what is it? Did they ever explain, what is it that Sherlock did to Moriarty to make him take it so personal? I thought there was going to be a bit of an explanation, like something in the past maybe happened, some slight that, I know it does go back to, the kid dying in the pool. Was that it? That was the initial slight that just had Moriarty on I got to get you back. Something.
Go ahead. It's one of those things. It's which is an excellent thing for those that have not got a chance to check out the deep dive that we did on the season finale of season 1. The thing about Moriarty, and your resident psychopaths,
okay,
you don't know what's going on inside their head. They can create an entire narrative and they believe it, and it is so. If you believe the lie, if you believe that it's reality, it is.
Okay.
At least if it is to you. And the thing is, he said, he'd been waiting his entire life to find a foil, to find someone who was not ordinary. He needed to find Sherlock. This whole thing with him and Sherlock, it's not about Sherlock personally doing something to him. It's about, the great game is afoot. It's his chess. But on another level, I'm not sitting in the park across from you and we're not hitting a little time thing. No, I play with people's lives. These ordinary people, they're ordinary. They don't matter to me. So he is a madman, and he needed a foil. He needed someone who understood him. And that's why he kept mocking him all the time. You play on the side of the angels. He said, I'm out here, I'm a god amongst men. The way my mind thinks and works is not like normal people. And I am a wolf, and all of these people are sheep to me. And I have found you, another wolf. Or are you really a wolf? I'm testing you constantly to see if you're one of the sheep too. You're just passing yourself off as a wolf.
Yeah. How'd you feel about him using Grimm's fairy tales in order to kind of like get some of the smaller capers going away? You know, we saw Hansel and Gretel. We saw Humpty Dumpty. It was kind of like, I think it was like lightly referenced. We saw Catch Me If You Can, the Gingerbread Man. You know, is there any connections, any of the dots connecting as to why that was the choice in order to make the game be afoot?
That all play back to the Reichenbach Falls.
Okay.
You know, Grimm, Hansel and Gretel, all those are German fairy tales.
Okay.
You know, Reichenbach Falls was, German. Like even him, another one of Grimm's fairy tales. You know, the apple and what is that? Snow White.
Yeah.
Snow White. They had the apples. Snow White. All of that stuff, the fairy tales and things like that. He is playing. This is child's play to him. This is child's play. Just like, you know, he came up with the name Richard Brooke.
No.
Richard Brooke, because in German it means Reichenbach. Like, this dude he's on a whole another level, you know. That's why I said, at the very beginning, I said he can ready Palpatine him. You know, Darth Sidious, you know, goes down in history as one of the greatest villains in cinematic history, and he had waylaid plans for 80 years.
Yeah.
Just in the original trilogy, those 20 years worth of plans, and then you see the Clone Wars, and you see the prequels, and then even all the way out through the sequels, which really should not be talked about at all.
We always talk about those.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, you talk about a dude that had waylaid plans and had contingency upon contingency, and his thing was about power, and he didn't have a foil. But this, for someone like him, that's mind works like this is a game. No. This is a game.
I will say this. I am disappointed that if Moriarty is gone, I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed because I think there's 4 total seasons, I think, of Sherlock. So I'm like, well, if he's gone, then what are we gonna do for the next 2? But we'll see. This is a beloved series overall. So obviously, they delivered on something. We just have to see what could be next. If you've been watching this and you've been wondering, like, who in the world are we talking to off to the side? That is our Patreon members who have special access to a private section of the Discord where you can watch us do our reaction, and not just watch, but take part. We actively read some of the comments as we are doing some of our reviews, and we actually showcase some of those questions towards the end of that. So if you want to be a part of that, it's real simple. Hit up the Patreon. There's a link in the description. Coming up first, this is a comment coming from Love, who said Sherlock probably stepped on his shoes as a kid and he never got over it. That's in reference to what is it that
if they were Jordans, I'd say yes.
Yeah, man. Like, you stepped on my J's. I just got these.
Yeah.
I'm gonna whip your ass 2 times.
2 times.
Also, Love also said, I'm confused. Why destroy Sherlock? Then what? It took him this long to find someone this smart, almost like a Batman and Joker thing. I don't know how Moriarty would feel if Sherlock really did die, disappear. The game would be over. We discussed that a little bit. A Bookish said, always thought about the power of an idea since Inception. Yeah, I do think Inception is the greatest cinematic representation of the power of a thought and how literally deep you will go to plant that idea in order to manipulate people's actions. HT Teddy said, Watson is a good friend. I agree. I think the only other person that can maybe slowly rival the influence of being a good friend on Sherlock is the mortuary lady. I forgot her name, Molly.
Molly.
Yeah, but I don't think it doesn't get any deeper than Watson. Watson is day one. Jackie Mate said, I think he meant life is boring, not the music. That is in reference to Moriarty on the roof listening to the song to Staying Alive. Was it the Bee Gees? Is that who sang that? I forgot who it was.
The Bee Gees.
Yeah. Love also said, that's a level of commitment I'm not willing to take. Yeah, I think Moriarty's level of commitment is awesome. I just don't want the character to disappear. They did such a good job. I forgot the actor's name. Andrew Scott, I think that's what it is. Yeah, Andrew Scott. Let's see who else we got. Jackie May said, so you thought the last series was a cliffhanger? This really did annoy the British public because, you know, obviously we're across the pond, thousands of miles away, and we didn't see this in real time. I'm curious. Maybe you can, you know, expand on that a little bit regarding like the general public dealing with this cliffhanger. But he said, I think the slight was that Sherlock showed Moriarty what he could be, and he just wasn't. That's interesting as well. Thank you all for being a part of the conversation, being part of the chat. You all's questions definitely add a lot more to the conversation. We're getting a little bit closer to the end. You got any final thoughts before we wrap this bad boy up, Rekkai?
Well, you know, the comment that came out of the Patreon. Imagine, you know, like the season 1 cliffhanger, where, you know, the bomb is on the floor and, you know, and Moriarty's been revealed. And then you have to wait 2 years to find out what happened. So here we are again. Sherlock seemingly kills himself. But we see that he's not dead.
Right.
To what end? To what end? To why? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why would you think? How did you survive that? We saw you walk off the edge of the building. How the hell?
Like, we got questions.
Yeah. So for a season finale, and I'm sure at some point they've announced season 3.
Yeah.
Because I mean, why show us Sherlock is alive at the end? You know. So you know season 3 is coming, but people had to wait 2 years to figure out what the hell. Same thing with Moriarty. Is he really dead? You gotta wait to figure out any of that. And the thing is, I could see people being up in arms, like, what the hell? My thought on, I still don't know how he did it. And like I said, it's a lot of illusion, but there's only so much illusion. It's like when people say that WWE is fake. It's fake. No, they have you know, predetermined outcomes.
Yeah.
But when a dude hits your ass with a chair, he really hit your ass with a chair. I don't, you know what I'm saying? You can say whatever you want to say. Oh, he hit you with the soft part of the chair. He, you know, yes, they know how to do things to not permanently injure you and to sell the show. It's part of the illusion or whatever. But, you know, there's a bunch of them dudes that be out for months and years and stuff because they have neck surgery, back surgery. That ain't no play. You know, that's a rough ass place to play. You know, hell, damn near the way some of them games going these days, hell, the NFL look damn near like it's predetermined outcomes. But I'm not gonna start on Taylor Swift's America's team. So,
leave them Chiefs alone, man. Let them live. Let them live.
Listen, dude, I don't even want to get started on them. I just think that I don't know how he did it, but Sherlock somehow, that is what he asked Molly to do to help him to be able to fake his death. I don't know how. I mean, you know, and like you said, master illusionists, you know, the Chris Angel types or whatever, they do this type of stuff and it'll look real and people, they will have witnesses. And that goes back to, but if you think about it, that goes back to the power of suggestion.
Right.
You know, if you think that's what happened, then that's what happened. Right. You know, there's people that I remember I couldn't understand televangelists when they used to be big in the 80s and 90s, whether televangelists. And I was like, this dude is on stage just hollering and screaming. He hit somebody with his suit jacket coat and people just falling out. And I was like, Why? Because the expectation of what is supposed to happen when you get in that position is already there. It's already been planted in your head. So whether you really feel in the spirit or not, you're going to go up there and, pass out or whatever. That's what, And I'm sure the deacon hit men going to help you find that conclusion or whatever. I don't know how this was pulled off. And I guess, for the people who are watching it live, they had to wait 2 years to figure it out. But never fret. A deep dive shall be appearing on this. Hey, we got to do a deep dive on this. Like, this is no, and I've been doing deep dives on all the Sherlocks, just like I do on Doctor Who, because this is worthy. Now, these are worthy of thinking a little bit past. So, if you haven't seen any of my Sherlock deep dives, go into the descriptions and check it out. But please, by all means, catch not only myself, but Syntell as we have a chance to go deeper and dig a little bit deeper and really get into the mythos and the characters and some of the stuff that's behind what you're seeing. You can come check me out, youtube.com/Nuke from the Ville, NUPEFROMDAVILLE. We see Watson had a whole lot of this. And Sherlock had a whole lot of this. But like Batman and Robin, like peanut butter and jelly, those two things got to go together. You understand what I'm talking about? Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, Chef. Hey, thank you all so much. Big shout outs to all of the Patreon members and for making the Discord such a fun and unbelievable place. You can be a part of the fun too. The Discord is free, but watching us work is a perk of being a Patreon member. Don't worry, there is a link in the description for both of those. If you have not hit that subscription button for the Rekkai's YouTube page, what are you doing? Head on over there, click that subscription button, and we will catch you on the next season. Man, that's crazy. All right, y'all, take care.